What's the difference between a 900 rated player and a 2200 rated player? Well, we're going to try to find out today. I'm going to be showing you a game that I played myself from 25 years ago. This was one of my first ever tournament games. I think this was maybe my second or third tournament. I would have been about 10 years old and just kind of getting started with chess. So we're going to take a look at what I played then and what I would play now. So every move, I'm going to just ask myself the question, okay, what would I play right now? And we're going to compare it to what I did in the past. I haven't looked at this game ahead of time, so I want you to kind of get the live reaction as I see this game. But let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so here we go. I'm playing against a 1542, and I was rated 978. Now, nowadays, I play e5 and d5. Let's see what I played then. I played knight to f6. Okay, so I am positive that I had not studied this opening. I didn't know that this was the Alekhines defense. I didn't really know anything about the opening at all. Like, I didn't know any openings. I just kind of played moves, tried to control the center, and try not to blunder pieces. That's really all I knew. I didn't know a lot of principles, okay? So I didn't know this was an opening. My opponent played d3, and I played d5. Okay, this is a good move. This is a move that I would play today. You know, letting out my bishop, striking at the center. I like that a lot. All right, let's keep going. He played knight to d2. Okay, so if I'm playing this today, I'm probably going to play e5. Just get both pawns in the center, let both of my bishops out. Let both of my bishops out, and just get as much control over that center as I can. Since white hasn't played knight to f3 to stop me, that's what I'm playing right now. Let's see what happened. I took the pawn, okay? And then white recaptured. So the reason I wouldn't do that nowadays is because it kind of frees up white's bishop. It's not a terrible move, but, like I said, personally, I would have played e5. I think at this point in the game, nowadays, I would probably play knight c6. Maybe still e5. e5 or knight c6. Both of these moves look pretty good. Just developing, getting my, pieces out and getting my stake in the center. Let's see what I played. I played bishop to g4. Okay, so interesting moment here. I'm attacking the queen. Obviously, it's defended by my knight, so it's not a terrible move. The reason I don't like that move now is because white's going to play f3, and I just wasted a move. I have to go back now, and it seems like I just kind of could have done something different. Now, you could make an argument from a very high level that this is the best square for white's knight to go to. So if I play bishop g4 and force white to play here, they've taken away the best square for their knight, and they've created some weaknesses along the dark squares. You could make this argument, but practically speaking, I don't think that's really a great idea. So I don't like that move. If I'm playing now, like I mentioned, these are probably the two moves. All right, let's keep going with the game. So bishop g4 was played, and my opponent actually didn't play f3. They played bishop to e2. So they don't gain the tempo. Now I would probably just trade it off and then continue with the game. Play knight c6 or e5. Let's see what I did. Okay, that's what I did. I took it. White recaptured, and I played e5. Okay, great. So yeah, that seems pretty good so far. I haven't done anything, really alarming, except the bishop g4 was maybe a little bit questionable. All right, let's see. Castles. All right, what would I play now? Knight to c6. Probably just getting my knight out. Maybe I would consider bishop c5 or bishop b6, bishop b7. But no, usually, the principle is knights before bishops. And I want to kind of keep my options open on where this bishop is going to be best placed. The knight almost always is going to want to go to c6. And so I think I would just play knight to c6 here. Let's see what I played in the game. Bishop to b4. So you can see a pattern here. I'm kind of just bringing my bishops out, right? Like this is just apparently where I like to put my bishops. And the problem with that is, if you're not pinning a knight or you don't have a specific reason to go there, you're going to lose a tempo, right? I don't like this move because if white plays c3, I just wasted a tempo. Now I have to move back, and then white gets to move the queen out, and they kind of got this move for free. So that's why I don't like that. Let's see if white played c3. Yes, they did play c3. Okay. And I retreated the bishop, which is fine. I have to save it. Okay. Knight to g3. All right, what would I play now? I'd probably either castle or, again, knight to c6. I think both of those moves make a lot of sense. And let's see what I played in the game. I played knight to c6. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm playing really well with the exception of those bishop moves. It seems like I didn't understand this idea of losing a tempo, right, when the pawns come up. But other than that, I've played pretty well. I'm developing my pieces. I'm making some threats. And I haven't made any huge blunders. Okay, let's keep going. King to h1. All right. So if I'm playing this game now, I'm probably going to castle. I think the king needs to be safe. I actually could consider moving the queen up. Maybe not here because knight to f5, but maybe queen to d7 and think about castle and queenside actually makes sense too. Just getting the rook involved right away. And then maybe we can get a nice aggressive position and try to attack the king over here. So yeah, either castles or queen d7 is probably what I would play now. I guess queen d3, you could make an argument for that. It's a nice kind of aggressive square for the queen. But let's see what I played in the game. I played queen d7. All right. Not bad. All right, let's keep going. f3. Okay, what am I playing in this position now? Probably in a castle queenside. Castle queenside, and then see if we can maybe play like g6, h5, and maybe launch an attack on the king. I think that makes a lot of sense. I do like the queen and rook battery pinning the knight here. That looks pretty good. So yeah, I would castle queenside now. Let's see what I played in the game. Hey, I castled queenside. All right. So my 10-year-old self was doing a pretty good job here in the beginning. All right, queen to e2. And now is when I'm going to guess, and like I said, I haven't looked at this game ahead of time. I'm going to guess I started to kind of make some mistakes here because this is where it gets a little bit difficult for beginners to know what to do, right? You develop your pieces, you castle, and then it's kind of like, God, what do I do now, So when I look at this, I think it makes sense to maybe launch an attack on the king. Or potentially maybe something like a6 to give my bishop some breathing room. The only issue with a6 is it does allow white b4, b5, and they can attack me a little bit more easier. So maybe not. Yeah, I think I would probably play g6 and h5. The only thing about g6 is it does weaken the dark squares here, so I would want to keep an eye on that. So maybe I don't even need to do that. Maybe just h5. So upon, thinking about it for a little bit, I think I would play h5. The idea of h4 to kick this knight away and maybe eventually use this pawn to attack the king. So yeah, that's probably what I would play, h5. Let's see what I did in the game. King to b8. Okay. So not a bad move. I mean, I'm not sure why I did that. Probably because I didn't know what else to do. It's not a terrible move. Sometimes it's useful to get off this diagonal. In this position, not so much because the light squared bishop is already traded. So I'm not really worried about my queen getting pinned by a bishop or something. So I don't think this is really necessary. But all right, it's not a bad move. b4. Okay, so he's going to start attacking my king. So I have to retreat the bishop. I think if I'm playing this game today, I'm probably gonna go to b6, and then if a4 happens, I'm gonna play a5 to try to slow down the attack. So I think I would go bishop b6, and I played bishop to f8. Okay, so yeah, this is a bit questionable. What I was thinking here, undeveloping a bishop is generally not the idea that you want to go for. Like even if I'm gonna go back this way, but just go to e7, right? Like don't block my rooks. Okay, so whenever you block your rooks like this, you really limit your options, right? I can't bring this rook over here if I wanted to. I can't bring this rook over here if I wanted to, right? I'm really limiting myself. So I don't like that move. I don't like that move. All right, let's keep going. Rook to d1 was played. So if I'm playing this position now, I'm not worried about this because this is still pinned, right? The knight can't move, or I'm just taking that. So I'm not concerned immediately. I think I'm still going to launch an attack. I have lost some time though now, right? I've played king to b8, and my bishop is now undeveloped, so I'm kind of losing time, but I still would like to get an attack going on white's king, so I'm still going to play probably h5. Let's see what I played. g6. Okay, so not a bad idea. Maybe I'm still planning the same thing. And now my bishop is back here. Maybe I was going to bring it over here. I don't really know. Let's keep going, see what happened next. Bishop to b2. All right, so now I'm concerned about this a little bit, because now white can move the knight, and it's defended enough. So I want to make sure I'm looking for discovered attacks here. Knight to c4 looks like the most obvious. I could just move and then recapture, and I think I'm okay. There is pressure on this pawn, so I don't love that. So maybe a move like queen e6. Yeah, I think I would play probably queen e6. And if the knight moves, then I would move my bishop somewhere to defend my rook. We're kind of on the defensive here. But yeah, probably queen e6 is what I would play. Let's see what happened. Bishop to h6. Okay. Not bad, but what you'll notice is it's a very easy threat for white to deal with. Yes, I am threatening to capture the knight, and I would win a piece if white lets me, but it's pretty easy for white to deal with that, and I'm going to have to worry about this. And so, yeah, I don't necessarily love that move. And knight to b3 is played. Okay, so he's attacking my queen. What am I playing nowadays? Queen e6, I have to watch out for knight to c5. I mean, I need to move my queen somewhere because of this, so probably queen e7 is the move that makes the most sense. Only because I don't want to walk into this knight attack. So let's say queen e7. I'm ready to recapture with the rook if I need to. Let's see what I played in the game. Queen to e6. All right, so yeah, I'm close. I'm kind of wasting a lot of tempo in this game. And this is really, something that a lot of beginners don't think about, right? Like every time you waste a move and you have to kind of make a double move with a piece, you're losing a little bit of time, right? And that's kind of the story of this game, I think, so far. So let's see what happened. Yep, there you go. Knight to c5. All right. What am I playing in this game now? I'm probably just going to go back. Wasted move, but I'm still going to go back to e7. Don't really see anywhere else for my queen to go. I guess c8, but that looks pretty passive. So I'd probably go to e7. In the game, I played rook takes d1 check. Okay, I don't like this move. And the reason I don't like it is because I'm giving up control of the file, right? Right now, we both are fighting for the file. We both have control over all these squares. And if white ever takes me, I'm going to take back with my rook, and I still have control over that file. But by playing this move, captures, now when white recaptures, white has total control over the file, and I have none. Now, yes, I could go there and try to trade, but then my knight has to retreat and go to the back rank, which is not ideal. And so I don't like giving white that file, so I don't like that move. Now, white didn't take with the rook, which is interesting. He took with the queen. I'm not really sure I understand that, because now I can go here with the tempo. There is this move, though, so I probably need to move my queen. So yeah, if I'm playing this game now, I'm moving my queen either here. Could go to c4. I'm not sure if that's the square I want my queen on or not. It looks safe enough. Yeah, one of these two moves would be fine. Let's see what I played. Queen to c4. All right. Queen to c4. Queen to e2. So he goes here, offering the trade. All right. If I'm playing this today, I think I would trade and then go ahead and get the file. And I'm actually looking like white's bishop is a bit passive. Now they could play c4, but then this is hanging, and then it opens up this square. So I don't really like that. My bishop's not so bad. And so, yeah, I think I'm fine with the queen trade, and then I bring my rook over. Let's see what I played in the game. Yep, I did take it. And then did I play the rook over? No, I did not. Bishop to e3. Okay. So, yeah, you can see I wasn't understanding this idea of the importance of controlling the open file with my rook. I mean, this is the only open file in the game, right? And I have the chance to just completely get control, and white's not able to counter me. And that's a really good move, and I didn't play it. And it just kind of goes to show, yes, I'm attacking the knight, but it's more important to get control of that file, right? All right, let's keep going. Knight to b3. Okay, again, this is the move. Absolutely get my rook over there. Let's see if I played it this time. H5. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, see, just not understanding the value of the rook on the open file. This would have been a good move earlier, right, to launch an attack. Now we're at the end of the game. Attacking the king doesn't really do much at the end of the game with not very many pieces. Things like open files, attacking, weaknesses, more important. So yeah, definitely needed to play rook to d8. Big mistake there. And yeah, he plays rook to d1. Yep. And now I can still go there and offer a trade, but it's not nearly as good as if I would have gotten my rook there right away. What am I playing now? Maybe king c8. I want my king to control these squares. I always have the option to go here. I don't have to worry about back rank checkmates. It's not on the same color as a bishop, so I don't have to worry about that. So I think I would play king c8 here. What did I play? b6. Okay. So, these aren't bad moves. I mean, I'm doing like some useful things. But ultimately I want my king to run probably to the center of the board, and this seems like the better path than this. But it's not terrible. Let's keep going. Bishop to c1. Okay. What am I doing if I'm playing this game today? I'm probably going to trade it only because I don't have a really good retreat square. I'm not going to go here or here. I'll get captured. I don't really want to go back here. I lose a pawn. Here I get, yeah, I don't want my rook sitting over here. So because of all that, I think I'm going to take it. Ooh, I played bishop h6. So yeah, I don't know what I was thinking here, but this is not really where I want my rook to be. It's like stuck behind my pawns. I'm not fighting for the open file. And yeah, just not really loving that move. All right. Bishop takes, and I captured. Okay. H4 is played. All right, what do I play nowadays if I'm playing this position? Well, probably going to just bring my rook back and over because it's in such a terrible spot. It just shouldn't be there. So this and this is one idea. Also king c8, bringing the king towards the center. Not a lot of good squares for the knights, really. But yeah, I think I would either do rook h8 or king c8 probably. Yep, one of those two moves. Let's see what I played. Knight to e8. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing exactly, but what I don't like about this move is it allows the rook to come in. That's one thing. I have to worry about this kind of stuff. Also, why am I going backwards? Maybe I wanted to come here. I guess there's some merit to that, but really the rook is a big problem, and I'm not addressing that. So I don't love this move. Let's keep going. A4. Okay. Maybe I could play knight to d6. I still want to play my rook back, get that over there, but I don't want to allow this to come down, so probably knight to d6 to stop the rook from coming in. Yeah, knight to d6 I think is what I would play. Let's see what I played. King to c8. Okay, so now I bring the king over. It's fine. It's also accomplishes the same thing, so that's fine. All right, let's keep going. b5. And if I'm playing now, I don't want to go here and mess up my pawns. Probably have to go here. Unless I wanted to do this and maybe hop to some of these squares. Yeah, probably knight to e7, maybe knight to d8 if I thought about it more. Let's see, what did I play? Played knight to d8. Okay. And you know, I'm playing very passively, like putting my pieces on the back. I can kind of get away with it in this position because it's sort of locked up. There's not really, you know, white's not really threatening anything immediately, but generally speaking, this is not usually what you want to do with your knights, right? Put them on the back rank. All right, let's keep going. So c4 was played. All right, what would I play now? So there's still the potential. No, the rook can't come there because the king. So I don't have to worry about that. So yeah, maybe 96. When white plays c4, I'm noticing the d4 square. So maybe knight to e6. Still don't love my rook. I still think I need to play rook h8 to get this rook into the game. It's just so bad over here. It's not doing anything. Maybe f6, g5. Try to get it out this way. Could be another idea. I have to watch out for this knight coming in. Yeah, honestly, I'd probably just play rook h8. It's not a great position. I don't like what I've done here. So let's say rook h8. See what I played in the game. c5. Okay. I guess it's not the worst move in the world. There's en passant, but then I can recapture. If white doesn't take it, we have a very locked up position. If I can get a knight here, that actually doesn't look too bad. White's also going to get a knight to d5, so it's kind of getting interesting. Let's see what was played. a5. Okay, so he didn't take it. So I'm going to try to get my knight to d4 as quick as I can. So I'm going to play probably knight to e6. Hop it in there. Because once that happens, yes, there's probably going to be a trade. Now I have a protected passed pawn, which looks very, very nice for me. And if white doesn't take it, well, then I just have this amazing knight. So I think I'm going to play knight to e6. Not really worried about this. Let's see what I played. It looks like the annotation is ending. It says a5 again, so I didn't play a5 again. The next move that white played was pawn takes b6, and then I took it back, and then knight to c3, and then I played knight to f6. So what did I do? I don't know. I don't know. Game basically ends here. Notation is ending. It probably was running out of time or something. So honestly, I was playing against a 1500 rated player and was holding my own. I don't know the outcome of this game. I don't know what happened. Notation ends. Like I said, this was like my first, one of my first tournaments. I was new to notating, so I was kind of trying to figure out all that out. But yeah, overall, I think I played pretty well. The big takeaways are that some of these principles that I didn't understand, right? Number one that we saw was this idea here of losing tempos by bringing my bishops out, right? We saw that. I did that with both bishops. Now, white didn't really make me take advantage of that too much. They didn't do it here. But they did later when I played bishop to b4. They played c3, right? And I had to waste a move going back, okay? And those little things add up. You imagine if I would have played bishop c5 immediately and white played c3, we would have the same exact position that we had in the game, except it would be my turn instead of white's turn, and I would get to play an extra move. And that can compound as the game goes on, right? So losing tempos was one thing. And then the other thing was, not really knowing what to do, I feel like, and just playing king b8. If I would have maybe launched an attack right now, probably could have done something to white's king, but I just didn't really give myself enough time. And then again, a lot of retreating all the way back, right? Like a little bit too passive, I think, for nowadays. Oh, and then the other thing, was giving up control of the file. That was another big one. That's important. You don't want to trade that. And then again, I had another, sorry, this was like what happened in the game. I had another opportunity here to get control of that file, and I didn't do it, right? And then also, not bringing my king towards the center right away. But other than that, not a bad game. For a 900, I was rated 978 at the time. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned something. I'm going to start this as kind of like a new series, maybe, where I go through some different games as I increased in rating, and we can see the difference in my thought process between then and now. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you next time. Stay sharp, play smart, take care.